Welcome back inside Wildcat Country from Lundholm Gymnasium, where behind me you're seeing the annual college fair. Hopefully some future UNH student athletes in that crowd below. But right now we're going to learn about a former UNH student athlete who's now the head coach of the field hockey team, Robin Balducci. Balducci, now known as the coach of the defending America East champions in field hockey, but did you know that when she was a student here, she won a national championship in a different sport? Head coach Robin Balducci has been guiding the UNH field hockey program for over 2 decades, but her journey at UNH extends far beyond her coaching career. Balducci, a 1985 UNH graduate, was a 3-sport standout for the Wildcats and was the starting goalkeeper for the Wildcat lacrosse team that holds the only national championship in UNH athletics history. Although the Massachusetts native played a big part in the national title, Balducci had no intentions of playing lacrosse when she first came to New Hampshire.
Lacrosse kind of came about. I had never played lacrosse before coming here, but Marisa Didio was the coach, field hockey coach and lacrosse coach, so clearly she wanted to keep us under her thumb in the spring season. So most of us that played field hockey were back out for lacrosse in the spring, whether we had played or not.
Being a Division I athlete in today's game requires extensive off-season training in order to specialize in every aspect of the sport. But it was a different story during Balducci's playing days.
You know, really what happened in those times, it was very different than what we have now. We didn't have the extensive out-of-season. So therefore, that's why I played lacrosse probably. Had we had our non-traditional, non-championship seasons, that's really why people don't play more than one sport now, because there's so much of a year-round program.
The most notable individual success Balducci achieved was on the ice, where she registered 180 career points in just 82 games for the Wildcats. Legendary head coach Russ McCurdy was responsible for bringing Balducci to New Hampshire, an opportunity she considered a privilege.
Playing ice hockey at that time was, you know, certainly a pretty big thing to be able to make the UNH team and play, so I was pretty proud of that opportunity.
Upon graduation, Balducci considered coaching ice hockey as well as field hockey, but also had a passion for teaching that led her down a career path that would land her back at her alma mater.
I got into teaching. I knew I wanted to give it a try, see what I could do. I stayed coaching at the U.S. level, and fortunately a teammate of mine from UNH got the head position at Northeastern a few years after I was out and called me up and asked if I wanted to get into college coaching, and so went to Northeastern as an assistant for 3 years before the UNH job opened. I knew immediately if the opportunity presented itself to be able to come here, it was a no-brainer. Just like it was as a student, it was a no-brainer. If I had the opportunity and could come, it was an easy decision.
23 seconds to go. The 5th penalty corner for the Terriers coming up, and their 3rd in a row. Held out front. Murphy winds up. Her shot blocked. Sent outside the dotted line. 4 seconds left. 3. Sent to the far sideline, and this game is over. For the first time since 1998, the New Hampshire Wildcats are the America East Field Hockey Champions.
Winning the America East title in 2011 marked Balducci's 2nd conference championship as head coach of the Wildcats and set a new standard for New Hampshire field hockey. The Cats rose to as high as number 7 in the country last season and pride themselves on competing with the best programs in the nation.
You know, that's something that we're pretty proud of in what we have accomplished. Last year, playing Stanford, playing the Louisvilles, the Northwesterns. What we've been able to do here at UNH, our young women have been able to go onto these campuses, have them here, and play with them, and not be like, oh, this is a long shot, and if we beat them, it's a fluke, you know. 1, 2, 3.
Wildcats! When I came in as a freshman, Robin saw me as more of a developmental player, because I came from a small high school in New Hampshire, and a lot of other coaches at other programs weren't willing to take me on to work with me. And one of the exciting things was that Robin took me on and said, hey, you know, I think we can turn you into a good player. And here I am now. I've been a starter for the past 3 years, and it's been an incredible opportunity.
First home game, set the tone.
Tactically, she speaks the game very well. She knows how to get her players to understand what the philosophy is. And I think it changes each year. Last year we were able to play a different game, and this year with our youth we had to adjust, and the kids had to buy into a different philosophy.
She's incredibly dedicated to the program. She puts in an incredible amount of time, and we recognize that as players, and I'm sure the other assistant coaches recognize that as well. Just the amount of work that she puts in.
Kyle, move the ball! She comes off as really intense, but the more you're around her, She really, really does everything for this program, and you can tell that her whole heart goes into it.
The university is a place I truly believe in, and know that anybody who decides to come to UNH to play field hockey, they're going to have the same passion when they get done, because I believe in that passion that exists here at the university.
Hey Wildcat fans, staying connected with your teams all season long is now easier than ever. Get the latest news or share your thoughts with other Wildcat fans on Facebook. Get updates and scores by following the Cats on Twitter, or watch the latest video features on YouTube, including highlights, interviews, and more. For more information, log on to UNHWildcats.com.